Warm welcome, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to today's preview on this Friday meeting here at Bangalore, 8th day of the Bangalore Winter Meeting 2023-24. We start off the first race, the Division.II of the HAVERI plate. Distance run is 1400. We have a look at number one, Twinkle Feet, who ran fourth. Was nicely positioned almost at the 150 meters and then eventually ended up finishing on fourth out of seven runners. Mars Govel was the winner, having finished fifth behind Fondness of You in his previous outing. Is number one, Twinkle Feet. Royal Gladiator, too hot to handle, rated at 39, is number one. Two will be Agera, who finished 8th. Zar was the winner. Well, almost in that back bunch, in that second last position was Agera, and finished on ending up 8th out of 9 runners, having finished 4th behind Vivaldo on the previous occasion over that 7 furlong trip in race number 8 this current winter, and is subsequently ended up 8th out of 9 runners. Doesn't run two races alike, in fact, having this run over that scurry distance and ran 8th out of 9 runners, rated at 36 point tongue strap. 3 will be Singh Saab. Singh Saab ran 8th. Chulbul Rani was the winner of this race, and Singh Saab, given a couple of backhanders, was 5th at the stage and eventually ended up finishing on 8th ultimately over that 1200 meter trip, where Chulbul Rani sprinted out to win by a margin of 4.5 lengths, but Singh Saab ended up in that ruck, having finished a winner in last winter in race number 54 in last winter, and 7th in his subsequent outing. Skipped the entire summer and made his appearance in race number 43, rated at 33 on tongue struck cross nose band. 4 will be Indian Blues. Indian Blues ran second. Ricardo was the winner of this race, and Indian Blues, after some disappointing runs, ran ending up second out of 10 runners over the scurry trip over in race number 25 behind Ricardo, who won very easily, in fact, and Indian Blues ended up finishing on second, spotting tongue strap hood cross nose band basket bit, rated at 29. 5 will be Apsara, who ran 7th. Fast Response is the winner, and Ice Storm also coming up for scrutiny. But let's have a look at Apsara. Apsara was the one who ran 7th out of 12 runners behind Solo Prince, 7th right throughout in race number 1. Subsequently ran 7th out of 10 runners behind Fast Response, as Apsara, rated at 28, sporting blinkers and tongue strap and basket bit, whereas number 8, Ice Storm, finished on 5th behind Annadale in his previous outing, 8th out of 10 runners behind Fast Response, rated at 22, sporting tongue strap is Ice Storm in race number 23. Sedgefield out of Night Dancer. 6 will be Glow in the Dark, was being produced. The widest of all was Glow in the Dark and ended up finishing 4th. Pretty consistent, in fact, in all his 4 outings, having run 4th being Defining Path, 3rd being Macron, 4th being King of 4, and 4th being Aircraft. That's the form and credential of Glow in the Dark in Bangalore summer. Spawning blinkers, tongue struck, cross nose bend, basket bit, rated at 26. 7 will be Golden Gallery. Golden Gallery ran 3rd. Contador was the winner of this race, and Golden Gallery was starting to make his run in the center of the track and eventually ended up finishing on in the money, is the Golden Gallery in race number 9 of this current winter. Contador was the winner of this race, came in, ended up in the money, spun tongue stop, rated at 25. Move on to the second race coming up, the Ramanagara Stakes, horses rated 20 to 45. Race number 46 is the one which is in question, which is coming up with the number 1 Bold Act and number 2 Solid Power. These are the 2 runners. But let's have a look at number 1 Bold Act. Bold Act was the one who ran 8th on the first outing behind Madam Rich, and subsequently in race number 30 finished 4th out of 9 runners behind Za, rated at 36 on tongue strap, whereas number 2 Solid Power finished 9th out of 9 runners in race number 30 in this current winter run of Solid Power. Dean Skittin out of Lumia Blanche, sporting blinkers, tongue strap, cross nose pen, basket bit, rated at 36 is number 2 Solid Power. 3 will be Isabel. Isabel is out of Aki, champion out of Iris is Isabel. Well, has had 2 outings, in fact, as Isabel, having finished second on the first occasion behind Madam Rich in race number 4 or that sprint trip, and then ultimately ran second in race number 16 as well behind Numa, who literally pulverized the opposition on both occasions. Ran a far away second is Isabel, sporting tongue strap, cross nose band, hood, rated at 30 is number 3. 4 will be MySpace. MySpace is late SpaceX, who finished 10th. Race number 105 is the one which is in question. This is the summer outing you're looking at. Ran 10th out of 10 runners. Last in Irish Coffee's win is MySpace. Aki, champion at Starships, one tongue struck, cross nose pen, hood, and pacifiers, rated at 30 is number 4 MySpace. 5 will be Timer's Planet. Timer's Planet is at the Planet Air at She's Off as Timer's Planet. This is the summer footage you're looking at of Timer's Planet in race number 142 of the Bangalore summer season. The winner being Mars Goel, straight in as an arrow, won by a margin of 5 1/4 length, whereas Timer's Planet ended up in the ruck, just beating one home on this occasion. Is Timer's Planet's from Tungsta Crossnose band rated at 30. Capri Girl will be number 6 in the card. Capri Girl finished 11th. First Impression was the winner of this race, and Capri Girl is at a way supported of Jersey Girl. Is Capri Girl ran in race number 57 of the Mysore season and ran 7th in A display, and subsequent outing ran 11th out of 12 runners in Mysore. And First Impression is Capri Girl. This is the run of Mysore main season run you're looking at. It's from Tungsta side chickpeas rated at 29. Chili Lady, who ran 6th on this outing, is Chili Lady. The Mysore footage run of Chili Lady. What's the script of a Chili Girl? Having run 5th in Pune behind Believe, and in this occasion 6th out of 12 runners in race number 102 behind Star Concept is Chili Lady, rated at 20 cents from Tungsta, and Crossnose band is number 7. 8 will be Master of Courage. Master of Courage ran 8th. Anna Dale was the winner of this race, and Master of Courage in race number 3 finished on 8th out of 8 runners. Last on this occasion is Master of Courage, sporting the silks of red and blue stripes, blue sleeves, red and blue striped cap. Ended up finishing on 8th out of 8 in race number 3 of this current winter season, rated at 24. The third race will be the BELGAUM Plate coming up next. So the third race is the BELGAUM Plate. For horses rated 40 to 65, 5 years old and over. We have a look at number 1, Top Dancer, who ran 6 Golden Peaks, was the winner of this race. And Top Dancer is at a top class at the Wilderness, who won a race in Mysore, beating Golden Times. And in this occasion, 6th out of 8 runners behind Golden Peaks is Top Dancer was there, and then ultimately faded out to end up finishing on 6th out of 8 runners, rated at 56 for Tungsta is Top Dancer. 2 will be Southern Power. Southern Power was the eventual winner in this race. Southern Power being produced about 4 wide off the fence, starting to catch up with the front runner, and ultimately emerged victorious to win by a margin of almost 1 1/4 length, beating Je ne sais quoi with 3 horses, Apollo Light, Je ne sais quoi, and Southern Power battling it out at the final 100 meters, and ultimately Southern Power emerging victorious, Je ne sais quoi finishing on 2nd, Apollo Light, and the others were following suit as they went past the finish line, rated at 52. Southern Power. Aircraft, this is a surprise package on that day, winning by a margin of a shorted, winning by a shorted. In fact, there you have it. Had to pull out all reserves to emerge victorious to win by a margin of a shorted. Or that mile trip is Aircraft. He's supported of Lady Grochman. Blinkers Tungsta Crosses span rated at 51. And a Measure of Time, who finished 8th. Excellent out of Strawberry Fields is Measure of Time with the conditions. In fact, it was raining, and despite that, ended up finishing on 8th out of 8 runners. Last, in fact, in race number 6, Stella Gold was the winner of that race, and Measure of Time ended up finishing on last, rated at 51, sporting Tungsta. Excellent out of Strawberry Fields. 5 will be Memorable Time. Memorable Time will be the next runner, the eventual winner in this race, winning by a margin of a long neck. In fact, is Memorable Time is at a pensionnat of Timeless Memories, was a winner in the mid of Bangalore summer, and subsequently ran 2nd behind Aircraft with 7th behind Bruce Almighty, and in this occasion ended up winning the race by a long neck, rated at 50. 6 will be Turkoman. Turkoman ran 6th. All Attraction was the winner, and Turkoman was in that mid-pack, sporting that gold cap, in fact, and ended up finishing on 6th on that occasion is Turkoman, after having won a race in race number 54, and in race number 84 was withdrawn in Calamity's win. This is the Bangalore summer footage run you're looking at, and in this run ran 6th out of 11 runners, All Attraction the winner. Well, Own Legacy comes in next, who ran 2nd is Own Legacy. Prime Abyss is the winner of this race, the current winter run you're looking at of Own Legacy, who finished on 2nd, 1 length behind the winner, with Prime Abyss flashing onto the scene, and just behind was Own Legacy, also was making a forward move simultaneously, and ultimately ran 1 length behind the winner. So race winning Tungsta rated at 48. And 8 will be Sea Blush. Sea Blush ran 2nd. After that, 8 behind Mystical Markaba ended up finishing on 2nd out of 13 runners. 4-wheel Drive was the winner of this race. This is race number 91 you're looking at of the Mysore run. Is that of Gustard of Anacostia, sporting Blinkers rated at 40. Ended up finishing on a shorted 2nd. The fourth race, the Chhatrapathi Plate, handicap for horses rated 60 to 85, distance run is 1800 meters. We have a look at number 1, Shibanka, pensioner of Tinkerbell, who finished on 5th on the touting, having run as a winner in his opening outing, beating Sirenius in Mysore, 4th being Evaldo, 2nd being Shamrock, and 5th out of 5 runners being O Hansini. In race number 104 is Shibanka, Spontangsta Crossnose Span, rated at 77. Rolling Destiny comes in next. This is the horse which ran second behind Touch of Grey in the Mysore Derby, where Rolling Dynasty ended up 3 1/4 lengths behind Touch of Grey, having won a race beating Sandcastle in race number 51 in the early part of Mysore season, and subsequently in race number 112, the Derby race you're looking at, where Rolling Dynasty ran second over the 2,000-meter trips from Tungstar Basket with rated at 74. 3 will be Victoria Punch. Victoria Punch ran second, where Prana was the winner of that race, and Prana and Victoria Punch were battling it out at the final 100 meters, and ultimately it was Prana who emerged victorious in a ding-dong battle with Victoria Punch, emerged victorious by a short neck, and Victoria Punch lives to fight another day, putting Tungstar Crossnose Band rated at 72. 4 will be Fearless Joey. Fearless Joey ran 5th out of 5 runners, where De Villiers was the winner. This was that 7 furlong trip. Speaking of which, out of heaven is here is Fearless Joey. Race number 28 ended up finishing on 5th out of 5 runners. That 7 furlong trip. Tungstar rated at 68, having won 3 races, 7th in the Derby in Mysore. We move on to the 5th race, the Dharmaprakasha L.S.VENKAJI Memorial Trophy, handicap for horses rated 40 to 65. Distance run is 1200 meters. 1 will be Fondness of You, the eventual winner in this race, just given a backhander and eventually won by a margin of 2 lengths, beating Macron, who came in far too late to finish on second, and Fondness of You emerged victorious, rated at 62. Spawning tongue strap is number 1, Fondness of You. 2 will be Tripitaka. Tripitaka was the one who ran third. Douglas was the winner, and Tripitaka sort of Night Story of Prophetic was up there and ended up finishing on ultimately third. As Tripitaka was in that fighting fine for most part of the journey, and dropped back in the last couple of meters to finish on a close third, in fact, as Tripitaka. Night Story of Prophetic, third being for now Survey on the previous occasion, rated at 62. Swan blinkers, tongue stop. Leatherback is the one we have a look at. Leatherback is a Chinese Swiss sport of Evelyn May. Leatherback, who ran third being Longlees, and in the subsequent outing finished 5th being O Hansini, led the field and dropped back to run 5th in the dying moments of the race. In the last 100 meters to finish on 5th is Leatherback, Chinese Swiss sport of Evelyn May. And 4 will be Ricardo, and also coming up for scrutiny will be number 12, Nyaya. These are the 2 runners we go across to, but Ricardo was the one who eventually won on this occasion, winning by a margin of 3 lengths, beating Indian Blues is Ricardo, and 1 drawing away from the field, rated at 53 for Tungstar Crossnose Band, whereas number 12 in the card is Nyaya. This is the horse which led the field and fought out the issue with Ricardo, and lost out that second spot in the dying moments of the race to finish on ending up third ultimately, when Tungstar rated at 42. 5 will be Osiris, and number 6, Lotte Brunnen. Osiris was the one who ran 8th in race number 34, having won a race in Mysore. In fact, winner of 2 races. It one's 4th behind A Display and 3rd behind First Impression in Mysore, rated at 51. One blinkers, Tungstar Crossnose Band. Lotte Brunnen was the one who ran a mighty race. In fact, finished 4th behind Douglas and 2nd behind Solo Prince. In race number 34 is Lotte Brunnen. Sporting side cheek piece, rated at 50 is Lotte Brunnen. River of Gold comes next, who finished 8th is River of Gold. Speaking of which, at a Starry Brook is number 7, River of Gold, who won a race in race number 15 in Mysore, beating Burmese. In the 2000 Guineas, ran 7th behind Touch of Grey, and subsequently in the Derby ran 8th out of 9 runners behind Touch of Grey is the River of Gold. Speaking of which, at a Starry Brooks, when Tungstar Crossnose Band, rated at 50 is number 7, River of Gold. 8 will be Cash Out. Cash Out ran 8th. English Bay was the winner of this race, and Cash Out was the one in the silks of brown with white chevrons. As Cash Out was last, in fact, and ended up finishing 8th out of 8 runners behind English Bay in last summer, in fact, having run 3rd behind Siege Courageous, and 9th behind Rapidus, and 8th behind English Bay. In Mysore was withdrawn in race number 25. In Galacticus is when is Cash Out. Running for the first time this winter is Cash Out. When tongue stop, rated at 46. 9 will be Numa, and number 11, Star Concept, are the next 2 runners. Numa was the one who eventually won this race, beating Isabel by a margin of 11 3/4 of length is Numa. whereas Star Concept was the one who ran third, having won a race in Mysore, beating Crosswater. And in this occasion, third out of 11 runners being Numa is Star Concepts, one tongue stop rated 44. Numa was the one who won by put in a smashing performance to win by 11 and 3/4 lengths, having run 7th being Victoria Dorasani. On the previous occasion is Numa. Swanning Blinkers tongue stop rated at 46 is Numa. The Grey Geranium. The Grey Geranium was the eventual winner in this race. Winner me beating Jersey Legend by a margin of almost 3 and 3/4 lengths is the Grey Geranium. Just given a couple of backhanders and eventually responded to the urgings is the Grey Geranium. Win Legend out of Geranium. One drawing away by 3 and 3/4 of lengths from Blinkers tongue strap basket bit crossnose band. The sixth race is the Division 1 of the HAVERI. Played distance run is 22:45. Distance run is 1400 meters. And we have a look at number 1 Maroon and number 8 also coming up for scrutiny is Burning Arrow, who finished on 6th. Maroon was the one, ran 5th behind Solo Prince, and 2nd behind Castaneda is Maroon. That Sun for Long trip in race number 29 from Tungsten Crossnose Band, rated at 40. Number 8 in the card is Burning Arrow. On both occasions ran off the frame, having run 8 behind Vivaldo, and in this occasion ran 6th out of 9 runners behind Castaneda. And in this race number 29, this current winter season, rated at 24. Ivory Touch at Cozumel is number 8, Burning Arrow. Number 2 will be Peluche. Peluche is the one who ran 5th. The horse which has been pretty consistent in his first 2 outings in Mysore, and then ran 5th behind 4-wheel drive. And in this occasion here in winter, ran 5th again behind Galahad as Peluche was starting to warm up and came in far too late and ended up 5th in race number 19 of this winter season. That Sun for Long trip, rated at 40 one tongue strap. 3 will be Chisox. Chisox ran 7th. Extraordinary was the winner, and Chisox was the one who was being produced almost in that mid-pack, traveling about 3 deep off the fence, but ended up ultimately running 7th out of 12 runners in Extraordinary's win is number 3 Chisox. 10th star out of Arabian Silk is number 3 Chisox. This is race number 2 of the current of the Mysore season run you're looking at of number 3 Chisox. One Blinkers Tungster Crossnose Band, rated at 38. 4 will be Lady Invictus. Lady Invictus out of later more out of Nijingsi Bullet, who finished on last. In fact, this is race number 12 of this current winter season run you're looking at, where Aircraft was the one who won by a margin of a shorthead, had to pull out all reserves deep down, in fact, to come and eventually win this race, whereas Lady Victus was all at sea, ending up last. In fact, there you can see on the top of your screen, finishing on last, rated at 38. For Blinkers Tungster Crossnose Band is Lady Invictus. Excellent Ray. Excellent Ray ran 3rd. Solo Prince was the winner of this race. Being introduced in the 3rd spot was Excellent Ray, starting to catch up with the front runner and could only finish on 3rd out of 12 runners, where Solo Prince was the winner of that race, and Excellent Ray ended up 3rd. 4th behind Polished Girl on the last summer season, and ran 2nd behind Stellantis, on this occasion 3rd, rated at 35. Tungster Crossnose Band. The Omega Man, who ran 7th. Ricardo was the winner of this race, and the Omega Man has had 2 outings this current season, having run 3 times last Mysore, 10th being Galacticus, 5th being Prime Members, and 9th being Osiris. But these 2 runs, no form to go by, having finished 5th being Memorable Time and 7th being Ricardo, rated at 34 for tongue strap. And 7 will be My Vision. My Vision ran 3rd. Memorable Time was the winner. My Vision was the one who traveled almost about 5 wide off the fence, given a couple of backhanders, started to come and finish on, ending up 3rd. Long neck separating the first 3 runners, in fact, is My Vision. Night Student or Someone Special did run a gutsy performance, is My Vision. Memorable, rated at 33. Sporting Blinkers tongue strap. The last race coming up will be the BIDADI Stakes. Handicap for horses rated at 0 to 25. 5 is older over, and distance run is 1400 meters. 1 will be Konichiwa. Konichiwa was the one who was 3rd at the stage and ultimately dropped back to run 5th is Konichiwa. This is the Mysore season, having run 8th being Benghazi, with 6th being Sekhmet, and 5th out of 7 runners being Russian Romance is Konichiwa's one tongue stop, rated at 22. 2 will be Elite Agent. Elite Agent ran 8th. Cinco de Mayo was the winner of this race, and the Elite Agent was the one who was in that second last position, but ended up ultimately finishing on 8th out of 9 runners, having finished second behind Altamont, half length separating the first 2 runners on that occasion, and 5th behind Contador. But this occasion never reproduced that form which he had in race number 24 and finished on 8th out of 9 runners, rated at 21 spinning cross nose band. 3 will be Mega Success with number 5. Akasi, 6 Marco Polo, and number 7 Star Citizen. These are the 4 runners coming up for scrutiny. Mega Success was the one who ran into the money, finishing on 3rd out of 11 runners in race number 44. Perfect Halo was the winner, rated at 16, whereas number 5 in the card, Akasi, ran 4th on that occasion in race number 44, rated at 14. When Tungster crosses band hanging bit, Marco Polo ended up both the times 10th in this current winter season behind Contador and Perfect Halo. Star Citizen was the one who finished on ending up 5th out of 11 runners being Perfect Halo. This is race number 44. You're looking at Tungster rated at 2 is number 4 Star Citizen. Oh, that distance of 1200 meters. Perfect Halo emerging victorious to win. Apollo Light ran 2nd. Mega Success ran 3rd. Southern Aristocrat, the last runner for the day will be Southern Aristocrat. Well, ran 4th in last summer behind Sandcastle, and in Mysore ran 4th again. Oh, that mild trip being against all odds. And in this occasion here in winter, the San for long trip ran 4th out of 11 runners behind Altamont is a Southern Aristocrat in race number 24, rated at 16. So that's why in the preview of today's races. We'll join you next week for the second classic of the Bangalore winter racing calendar. Until then, thank you from all of us.